Ever walked into a room and forgotten why you came in? Happens to the best of us. But when these little slip-ups become more frequent or start affecting daily life, it might be more than just getting old. For older adults, especially those over 65, occasional confusion is normal. Persistent disorientation? That could be something else entirely. In this article, we're going to unpack the subtle signs of confusion, what doctors might call cognitive impairment, that can creep up quietly but deserve our full attention. 1. They keep repeating themselves. A lot. You've probably heard the same story twice from an older relative, but if it's happening within minutes, not days, it could be a warning sign. Repeating the same question or statement over and over, especially in the same conversation, is often one of the first indicators of short-term memory problems. 2. Getting lost in familiar places. This one's a bit scary. If someone has walked the same block for 30 years, but suddenly doesn't recognize where they are, it's time to pay close attention. Disorientation, especially in places that should feel second nature, is a big red flag when it comes to early dementia or cognitive decline. 3. Struggling with everyday tasks. Cooking a basic meal, handling bills, or remembering to take medication. If these start slipping, it might not be simple forgetfulness. When routine tasks become overwhelming or confusing, that usually means the brain is working harder than it used to. And not in a good way. 4. Sudden mood swings or unusual behavior. Let me explain why this matters. Emotional regulation is deeply tied to brain health. If someone goes from cheerful to angry in minutes, or starts behaving oddly, like hoarding random objects or accusing people of stealing, it could be their brain's way of signaling distress. 5. Confusing time and place. Not knowing the exact date is one thing, but not knowing the year, what city they're in, or who the president is, that's a sign something's off. Seniors with confusion often lose track of seasons, time of day, or even their location. It's not just disorienting, it can be dangerous. 6. Struggling to find the right words. Honestly, we all have tip-of-the-tongue moments, but when someone constantly forgets common words, calls objects by the wrong name, or starts using vague substitutes like that thing or the box, that could indicate a deeper problem. 7. Neglecting personal hygiene. If your usually well-groomed relative suddenly stops bathing, wears the same clothes for days, or forgets to brush their teeth, it might not be laziness. Often, confusion makes people forget, or get overwhelmed by, basic routines. It's like their brain's to-do list got scrambled. 8. Sleep patterns get weird. People with cognitive issues sometimes experience sundowning, becoming more confused, agitated, or restless in the late afternoon or evening. Some may wake up in the middle of the night thinking it's morning. Disrupted sleep cycles are closely linked to brain function. 9. Withdrawing from social activities. You know what? If someone stops showing up to their favorite events, avoids calls, or just seems off, it could be because they're embarrassed about their confusion. Isolation can worsen the problem, creating a loop that's hard to break. What you can do, without making things worse, stay patient. They're not doing it on purpose. Frustration will only make them more anxious. Use gentle reminders, sticky notes, phone alerts, or setting up routines can help a lot. Get a medical evaluation. It could be a reversible condition, like a vitamin deficiency or reaction to meds. Keep them engaged. Conversations, puzzles, music, and even short walks can stimulate the brain. Final thoughts. Confusion in the elderly isn't always a ticking time bomb. Sometimes it's temporary due to stress, dehydration, or lack of sleep. But when it starts to interfere with life, when your loved one stops being themselves, you owe it to them to pay attention. Aging well isn't about avoiding every problem. It's about noticing changes early enough to do something about them. So if these signs sound familiar, don't panic. Just start asking questions, gently. Talk to a doctor. And most importantly, stay connected. Because the scariest thing about confusion isn't forgetting others, it's feeling forgotten yourself.